Hi, I'm ELISE from Harmonies from Home, and today I will be teaching you about piano articulation, which is a very important part of playing the piano. Articulation is the specific way that a person strikes a piano key to make a desired sound with that note. You can play pieces with more depth, expression, and variance with articulation. Without the different articulation types, all notes would just sound the same. Not only does articulation affect length, dynamics, tone quality, and pitch, but it also greatly contributes to the mood of a song or parts of a song. For example, Bach's Italian Concerto in F major begins with bright staccato and accents. However, then it transitions to soft legato in phrases to contrast against the vivid orchestral opening. Let's go over what exactly these terms mean, as well as others, and how they're annotated in sheet music. The most basic articulation is called legato. When played with legato, notes are played in a smooth and connected manner. There should be no silence in between notes because the transition from each is connected. For example, in sheet music, legato is marked by slurs in phrases, which are musical sentences. In other instances, slurs will not be marked and the music will be obvious that it is meant to be played in legato. And in other instances, the player must decide whether they want to play legato, as the composer will leave it up to the player's interpretation. The next type of articulation is staccato, when notes are played in a detached manner. Staccato is marked by dots on each note. Articulation called Staccatissimo is closely related to staccato and is marked with a small triangle on the note. When played with Staccatissimo, notes are even more detached, distinct, and separated than staccato. It's meant to be in an exaggerated manner. For example, next we have tenuto, marcato, and accents. Tenuto is annotated by a line on top or below the note. Tenuto means to hold and means to hold the note for its full length. Notes of tenuto can be interpreted differently depending on the piece and on the note's context. They can be held in full length even longer or be played more louder or stressed. For example, marcato indicates that a note, chord, or passage is to be played louder and or more forcefully than the surrounding music, marked by a V or sometimes an upside-down V. It is similar to an accent, but instead suggests a sharp attack and is usually louder than an accent. An accent is an emphasis placed on a particular note, set of notes, chords, or set of chords, and it is marked by a sideways V. Here's an example of a song with accents at the end. As you can see, the notes with more emphasis are the notes with accents placed on them. Lastly, a fermata is annotated by a note with a half circle on top of it. It indicates that the note is held beyond its full duration, and it's also defined as a pause of unspecified length on a note or a rest. Fermatas are usually played at the end of musical sections or at the end of songs to signify a closure. For example, the length of the pause is usually up to the composer and player, depending on interpretation. In summary, we went over legato, staccato, staccatissimo, tenuto, marcato, accents, and fermatas. I hope you learned a lot about piano articulation, and that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.